An actor came to me after class regarding an audition he had, and he had some questions about some of the issues that were facing him, some of the challenges, which were, in this particular audition, peeking around a curtain, yelling, and there was something in the directions there that the character did bad acting, and they wrote it in all cap letters. So I like to treat the audition a little bit in my regular 6-week classes. I don't it's not the main focus, but you know, everybody's interested in that, of course. And the question of self-tapes and Zoom auditions have particular challenges. I think that we all should keep it pretty simple in these self-tapes and Zoom auditions, meaning I wouldn't get too sidetracked on eyeline. I think just looking either side of the lens. I wouldn't get involved with props generally, you know, unless it's not noticed and you're easy with it. Blocking in a lot of complicated directions in a scene can sometimes challenge an actor, and you need to develop a technique where you kind of keep the key points, whatever transitions are there in those directions, but don't try to emulate running along a cliff, looking at goats, you know, jumping into water and all of that kind of stuff. But you want to keep the problems that it puts in front of you and how you deal with those problems. The audition that the actor was asking me about, I decided to use that as an exercise to have all the actors do. So they came into class the next week and everybody did that audition, and then we discussed it. One thing that was written in the audition was that the character does bad acting on a theater stage. And I asked them what that meant, and nobody sort of knew. So it's not a pure acting term, but there is quite a bit of history to it, and it's like an icon. There's a famous film called Enter Laughing with Jose Ferrer and Rob Reiner, where a lot of bad acting takes place. Thor Ragnarok has Matt Damon and Chris Hemsworth doing some acting. Mulholland Drive, Naomi Watts does an audition scene, and in Friends, Gary Oldman does some acting. So actors have been doing this a lot, and sometimes showing bad acting. But what I thought was the most iconic scene was from Midsummer Night's Dream, Shakespeare's play, when the Mechanicals put on their play, Pyramus and Thisbe. So then I gave that scene to all the actors.
Gentles, perchance ye wonder, but wonder on till truth make all things plain. This man, Pyramus, if you should know. Pyramus, if you should know. This beauteous lady, Thisbe, is certain. This man, in lime and rough cast, doth present woe, that vile wall, in which did these lovers sunder. But through wall's chink, poor souls they were content to whisper, at which let no man wonder. This man, with dog lantern and bush of thorn, presenteth moonshine. For, if you would know, by moonshine did lovers think no scorn to meet and Ninus' tomb there to woo. This man is vile lion hight by name. Thisbe, first to arrive by night, did scare away, or rather affright, and as she fled, her mantle she did fall, where lion with vile bloody mouth did stain. Anon comes Pyramus, sweet, youth and tall, to find his trusty Thisbe's mantle slain, whereat with blade, with bloody blameful blade, he bravely broached his boiling breast. And Thisbe, moving in the thornberry bushes, his dagger drew and died. For all the rest, let lion, moonshine, wall, and lovers twain at large discourse, for here they do remain.
In this same interlude it doth befall, that I, one Snout by name, present a wall, and such a wall as I would have you think, that had in it a crannied hole or chink, through which our two lovers, Pyramus and Thisbe, did visit often, very secretly. This loam, this rough cast, this stone doth show that I am that same wall, the truth is so. And in this crannied hole, right and sinister, through the fearful lovers are to whisper.
Mind, O wall, oh sweet, oh lovely wall, show me thy chink to blink through mine eye. Things scorches, wall, Jove shield thee well for this, but what see I? No Thisbe do I see. O wicked wall, through whom I see no bliss, curse thy stones for thus deceiving me.
O wall, full often hast thou heard my moans for parting my fair Pyramus and me.
Oh, kiss me through the hole of this vile wall.
I kiss the wall's hole, and not your lips at all.
Like the Ninis, meet me straight away.
The tide life, tide death, I go without delay.
Thus have I, wall, my part discharged so, and, being done, doth the wall away thus go.
That scene from Shakespeare did a few things. It allowed the actors to do some Shakespeare, which most of them hadn't done, so that was kind of an interesting project. And the scene is so well known and it's so well written that it forces them to do bad acting. And I gave them 20 minutes or so to rehearse it. I wanted to see sort of how they interacted and how they put it together. And it was very successful. It was really, really, really funny. And the actors had comments about what they felt about doing that and the experience. But I think it really highlighted and showed them what that phrase means and the icon of actors doing bad acting. Let's have a comment, let's say on just doing that, the Shakespeare, which is, you know, I don't think I've ever done it in 30 years in film class. I don't think so. So let's have a comment. Yeah, we can go around this way.
What I did like is I like the fact that there was like a communal sense of confusion, and yet even through that we managed to pull together something. And I like that. I like the teamwork.
Me too. I like the teamwork. It's fun and incredibly hard. It's like, yeah, especially the language part. But yeah, fun.
I enjoyed how it was a lot more fun. It felt more fun and uplifting to do this instead of most Shakespeare that I've like read and done. This actually I had more joy doing it, because most Shakespeare that I read, it's mostly just death. And even though it was like fun to do it because it's more jokingly.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun. I like Shakespeare to begin with, but I didn't do a ton of it when I was in school, so it was nice to have the opportunity. But it was also nice to do it in a way where it's like not just like the stodgy old classical, like there's more freedom there.
Yeah, I find Shakespeare really hard to grasp. I'm gonna be honest, I don't like it. But it felt better because like if you mess up, I just meant to mess up because I'm a bad actor, you know. So it's
That's what I thought. When you said I didn't know my line, I thought that's so cool because that's what's going on.
I love the little accents that take place. Like it's presenting a character and the character didn't hear it, so it's presenting and like those little things where it's like if we're taking it super seriously, it'd be like but like because it's meant to be this way, it's constant little accents that just add, and it's without trying. It's fun.
Yeah, I found it was very comical in that way. It's funny, like playing audience. It's a fairly natural role. Everyone is in an audience from time to time. But then, yeah, like these moments where there's like a little slip up, or like it was just actually funny and made it easier to play an audience member who's heckling or whatever.
Beautiful. Good. Fabulous. Really, really fun. Seriously fun. I thought of it earlier, and I would have asked that acting teacher to bring the class in and just watch it for 5 minutes to watch what you guys did, because it's pretty unusual, you know, in acting studios. I mean, if you're a drama school, it isn't. But I went to the door, and the door was locked, so they're not coming. You're not doing the performance, but I thought that would have been pretty fun for them, hopefully. Good.
Letting the actors rehearse first without saying, you're the director, you're the director, I think gave them the opportunity to experience something that we all do when we're on set, which is how do you keep your space, take your place, when you're rehearsing with other actors. Now, obviously in a play or in a movie, there's a director, but here, still, you know, who's going to sort of take over to lead it, and just how you operate in a group. And you know, it's not a bad experience. I didn't really comment on that, but they had their own experience doing that.
I have this idea. If as soon as they mention, because you're just the wall, right?
Yeah.
And then as soon as they're like, there's a hole, if you're like, and that becomes a hole.
Okay.
I like that. That's good.
So one of the things in this audition piece, it said that the actors shouted, and I asked all the actors at the end of the class about the shouting, and most of them said they didn't shout, or they didn't want to shout, or they didn't like shouting. So I thought about that, and so then I thought I would do a shouting exercise, as I called it, and what I did was I had all the actors who were sitting in a row. I just said, okay, we shout, call up, say, hey, the door is closed, open the door. So they did it. Wasn't much. One actor made some pretty big sound. Then I raised the question that in size, because it's not about shouting per se, it's about size. So you could be tortured, you could be giving birth to a baby, it could be sexual orgasm, it could be, you know, trapped, screaming for help, etc. Size. And that you need to breathe, you need to have a soft diaphragm, and you make the sound on the vowels.
Hey! Why do you gotta talk so loud? I'm right here!
I'm right here too, but it's very difficult for me to shout with a higher voice.
I'm not over there, I'm over here, but I love yelling because I like the sound of my voice, and that's a lie.
I don't really like yelling. This isn't too enjoyable for my vocal cords, but I'm still doing it so you can hear what I'm saying to you.
After they made the sound, sitting there, then I got them to get up in front of the camera and do it, which I would call act it. So they all acted it. And then I did that nice, rare luxury that we get in acting class, where you can get the actor to do the real thing. So I sent them all outside. It was a bit cold. 2 floors down, outside the door, to call up to the studio that the door was locked. And we had a little test, in the sense we had a grading system, but to see, could we hear you? So they all did it. And then they came back. And then I got them to do exactly what they did outside, acting again in the studio being filmed.
Hey, I lost my keys. Can someone buzz me in? Hello? It's really cold out here.
Hello? Can someone come down, please? Hello? Is anybody up there? Hey! Hey guys! I can't get the code for the door. Can someone buzz me in? John! Hello?
Hello? Can someone get the door? I'm locked out. I need someone to get the door.
Hey! Can you open the door, please? I need to come in. Hey! Guys? Hello?
Can you open the door?
Is that what you did downstairs? Close your
I
eyes.
think so.
Close your eyes. Just picture what you did and then do it.
Hey! Open the door!
See?
Is that better?
Well, it's not better. It's for you to note if you've got to do it.
Hey! Open the door! Please! Hey! Hey, open the door!
Okay, just close your eyes for a second. Just breathe. You always got to go to your breathing, Bronson, first. Everybody does. And Bronson does. Just imagine what you did outside and then do it.
Hey! Open the door! Hey! John?
Is that what you did?
It's really hard to recall at the moment.
Don't try to recall it. Just think of it and do it.
Hey! Hey! Open the door!
Okay. Okay, good. Yeah.
So when the actors acted it after being outside and doing it for real, one issue that came up was the question of recall. And a question that had come up earlier when they had first acted it was that they were doing a lot of talking, and it was what I called mental rather than physical. So I raised this idea in acting where some things are mental, some things are physical, some things are both.